Hello, you guys. It's Debbie Hanks here, coming to you live from Seymour, Texas, America. Where's everybody listening to or listening from? We're going to give Megan just a second to jump on. Hopefully she will see the notification. She has got a great story for you guys. I cannot wait for her to share. The last few times I have tried this. Hey, Megan. Send you an invite right now. We practiced this yesterday. So it is going to work today, like in Jesus' name. Hey, Cree, I see you watching. All right, Megan, I sent you an invite. It says it's adding you. Still says adding you. Let's try it another way. You type it in right here. Well, it won't let me look for you because it says I've already invited you. Let me see if I can click out of this and add you again. One second, y'all. Okay, Megan, it's sending you another invite. Oh, there she is. Yay.
Whoa.
We did it. Whew. That is such a relief to get that done. Are you still at school?
I am. I was talking to a friend, so I'm still here.
That's so good. I'm sorry you're still there, but I'm glad that we were able to connect with you. That's
awesome. This
is
probably the best place anyway.
It is. Yeah, it's quiet. So tell me, You've got 2 kids at your house. Tell me about your kids.
Yes. Okay. I have a 11-year-old daughter, Katie, and a 3-year-old son, Parker.
3-year-old
complete opposites, by the way, complete opposites, but awesome. We love them so much. Awesome. They're fun. They keep us on our toes for sure.
Awesome. So you found Singular about maybe 60 days ago or so?
Yes. So this is crazy. Debbie's been, after me for years, really, and which I appreciate. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, our church, our pastor was out on sabbatical, and we were inviting friends to come play with us, worship with us at church, and Eddie and Debbie, or those people, they came out, and we got to talking about some things, and somehow it got brought up. I don't even exactly know how it got brought up.
I don't either.
But I do know that it was perfect timing, because I was switching grade levels. I was, I was going into kindergarten from 3rd grade after 6 years in 3rd grade, which is a huge transition. I was dealing with a lot of honestly, I think my heart was a little bit broken. I was a little bit down about it. And so I needed, and I knew, but I also thought, well, I'm going to need, I need to start eating better. Something needs to change in my life. And whenever that happened, we had talked about it that day, because I know we had practiced before that, but on that day, that Sunday, is whenever we really started talking about it. And this has been, I guess it's been over 60 days since then. But I'm a completely different person. I feel like on the inside, really, the outside, my body has changed, and my clothes fit better, but how I feel on the inside, and I was just telling a friend this, is everything to me. And I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that change on the inside. And I was, kind of depressed. I was kind of sad, I guess. And of course, I love my kids. And it's hard, but I love them so much. And that'll never change. And this eating healthier, talking to you, Debbie, about all this has completely, I don't know, it has helped me realize my potential as far as a teacher, as a mom, and the things I can do now with my kids. I have the energy to go home and discipline if I have to. My kids, I have the energy to play with my kids. And that is what I've needed this whole time. All these years, this is what I've needed.
That is so awesome. So I remember talking to your husband because I taught with Daisy, her husband, at the junior high. And so I knew her husband, more than I knew her. I hadn't been around Megan as much as I've been around Daisy. But it was 3.5 years ago. It was when I first got started, and he was doing the sympathy, putting on weight with you because you were pregnant with Parker at that time, right?
Yeah. Which I don't think I knew that story. I mentioned that to him last night. I was like, was that true? He goes, yeah, I was thinking that. I was telling her that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that just goes to show you that God's timing is absolutely the best timing.
Yes.
I came in with Jana back in 2016 when she very first got started, and she tells her story about how she was really trying hard not to share. She wasn't sharing. She's like, yeah, if you want to try this, that's great. Here's some stuff, and I did try it. I couldn't do it really well. I wasn't in a great mindset at that time. So, you were just pregnant, and, you were just about to have Parker, and you were an older mom. Like, how old are you right now? You're about to be what?
I'm about to be 40 in January.
Okay. So about to be 40 in January with a 3-year-old teaching kindergarten.
Yes.
Amazing. And I asked you just the other night, I was like, so Megan, how do you think teaching kindergarten would go if you were that 25 pounds heavier, and without Singular? What would that look like? What do you think?
A hot mess? I don't know. No, I just think that I wouldn't be able to go home and be with my family like I'm supposed to be with my family. And, I think that even in years past, when I've had a long day or whatever, I go home and I'm not as present for them as I should be. And I think because I'm just exhausted. And I think that, Singular coupled with, eating healthy, low carb diet, clean keto has really, really helped that. And, and also, I've taken I've found some of my favorite, products as well. And those have, helped with all that too. They've helped me just, manage my appetite, manage my mood.
Yeah.
And that's a thing. That's a huge thing when you're a mom. Your mood is huge. And a teacher too. It's huge.
Yeah.
And my kids needed me to be, I think, so I was talking to a friend, she goes, they needed, whenever you're a teacher, you give them you give them everything. You give them all of yourself because that's what is expected of you. And then you have to go home and do that too. And you're like, but I don't have anything left.
Right. Gave it all to the kids at school.
Yes, get all to the kids at school. And so when I get home and I'm going, oh my gosh, I still have energy, or I just drank my trim stick in my college. I'm like, what is this? What is happening? This is awesome. Let's go outside and play.
Yeah.
Let's go do something. Like it's good. It's good.
And you told me on Sunday that you went out with Parker and played outside like twice on
Yes,
Sunday.
we went outside like kind of close to after church.
Yeah.
And then we went outside like before bed. They were outside playing, and I walked out there, and one's digging in the dirt, and one's writing chalk, doing chalk on the sidewalk. So I thought, man, this is fun. I go, it's beautiful though, and we've had some beautiful days too in Seymour. We've had some beautiful days come along, and it's been nice, and it's just been, it's funny because I'm sleeping better and Parker's sleeping better, and that's good too. And even when Parker doesn't sleep that well, I'm still okay in the morning.
Oh, that's
and I used to be a zombie.
Yeah.
And it has been really good.
That's awesome. So you talked about a while ago that you do have some favorite products already, and just in your couple of months that you started. Tell us what you started with, first of all, and then tell us some of your favorite products.
Okay, I started with the summer bundle, and I think it was trim sticks, GLPX,
And
what else?
collagen.
I think I had collagen.
Yeah.
And that was really good. And the GLP-X was a game changer for sure, especially for someone like me who loves food, who loves to eat, who thought about food constantly. And it helped me manage my appetite. And in those first like 8 days, I started to see my appetite. That food noise it ceased to exist. I was still eating like I was supposed to. You still got to eat. I was still eating, but I wasn't like starving between meals, or starving right before dinner, or starving right before lunch. And it was nice. And I think that, especially whenever, you are, you're dealing with a lot, things are changing, like there's stress that comes along with that. And I was a stress eater too. I'd eat just to eat. And I think, but again, all of that, whenever you see that changing, your body changing, you're walking, you're doing all those, you're changing things in your life, you start to see like, oh, you're happy. So there's no stress there.
Oh, good.
I mean, these products aren't just like, oh, I want to lose weight. They're not just that. There's so much more than that. And I'm thankful for that, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you make this work? We said you were a kindergarten teacher. Where do you fit in your snacks? What do you like for snacks? How are you able to get your water in? Because, sometimes we don't have time to go to the bathroom, but
right.
How do you make it work as a kindergarten teacher?
Okay. So I literally carry around, I literally carry it around while I'm working with them. I have it at my table if I'm doing small group. And I'm drinking out of it. And I drink a lot too when I get home too. So I drink with meals. If you drink with meals, that helps. So as soon as I get up in the morning, I'm drinking water, which is kind of hard for me because, water's not necessarily everybody's favorite thing. But I do enjoy water. I actually enjoy it. I like water. So drinking water before meals helps a lot. That's how you can get your water into. And then drinking it, like even with those snacks in between, is good too. Yeah. And so like in kindergarten, you gotta be tricky with your snacks because, if you're eating and they're not eating, they wonder what you're eating. So yeah. So you gotta be tricky. You gotta be tricky with that. But yeah, it's, that's how I do it. And this is like 40 ounces, I think. Mm-hmm. And so I know that you drink half your body weight, and sometimes it is hard to get it in, but you have to really work to get it in, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
What are some things that you snack on while you're at school?
Yesterday I had beef jerky here because we're a nut-free grade. So I don't eat, I'm afraid to eat like,
Sure.
You know what I mean? I'm afraid to eat like almonds or peanuts or whatever. So it's like beef jerky, protein like that. I need to find some more things that are not, because that was my plan, was to do nut free, but I need to find some more things.
I remember keeping those tuna packets in my file cabinet drawers.
That's a good idea.
Yes, I like the flavored ones. You can get them at Dollar General. Like I like the ranch flavored ones and things like that. And it already feels like you have a tuna salad in there, but I would just keep a fork and my little tuna packets and, rip one open and that's what I would do for snacks. Cause at my conference time and things like that, where I could have a snack and kids weren't in.
Which mine are too, I think. Mine are too. So, and that's why it works, but that's a good idea, Tuna. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Cause I'm just here and there, just like,
yeah. Right.
That's a good idea. So I'll try that.
I did those a lot. And then I also did nuts because I didn't have to worry about that because we were at the junior high. We didn't have anybody allergic. So I did lots of nuts at school. I had to watch it though because I really love nuts. And if you don't measure those things out in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah. You got to count them. You really got to count them out.
I could eat them like popcorn and not even care, If we're on a road trip, I could, get the big bag of almonds, this size, and I could eat half the bag on the, I had to learn not to do that anymore. So I had to measure out my nuts and things like that. So I am glad that you have found this. And what made you decide to say, yeah, I think I'll get my link. Yeah, I think I will share with others.
Oh my gosh. Well, seeing what I see, seeing what I've seen in testimonies, like, I mean, not even necessarily my testimony, not even really my testimony,
Yeah.
but other people's testimony, it makes you go, God, we can't. We got to tell people about this.
Yeah.
And especially women who are approaching an age, like, I mean, I'm turning 40. Those, you know, those milestone ages, like, and I thought, gosh, we have to know about this. And when you hear a friend saying, oh, you know, and they start, because what happens is they're seeing you,
Right.
and they're seeing you change, and they're going, what are you doing? And you're like, well, I'm gonna tell you about it. You ready? Because here it is.
Yeah.
That is, you can't help it. You're not gonna be like, oh, nothing. You're not gonna you're gonna
just watch
nothing really.
Calories. No, you gotta share.
You gotta share. You too. You can't just say, nothing much. You have to say, you're like, you want to scream it from the mountaintops. I think I saw someone say that on this page once. You want to shout it from the mountaintops. You do, because we love, you know, we, especially people that we work with and that we care about, that we see in day out, and we see, and they're asking you about this. You can't help but tell them, this is what I'm doing.
Exactly. And you're doing such a good job. I know Sherry Briggs, who is direct to you. We were just visiting her with last night, and she's lost like 8 pounds. And how many?
Like 11. Wait,
11
14, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
she's
that
like,
is amazing.
I'm pretty happy. I'm like, I'm very happy.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
It's been, I mean, you got to talk to people about, you know, the things you're doing, and they have to know. And it's because that's going to change. It's like you said, we say be the key, and that is what we, I mean.
Yep. You know, I go around it like this. Yeah. Your story can be the key that unlocks somebody else's prison. And there's people that you know here in Seymour that I've never met in Seymour. So just because we're in a small town of Seymour, you know, 2,500 people, you know, we don't even think, well, you know, Debbie's talked to everybody. She's been doing this 3.5 years. Nope, I have not. I'm a transplant. I'm new to Seymour. Like, I still don't know lots of people in Seymour. So, you know, that is something I would tell people too, is just because you have other people in your area that might be sharing too, you still know people that your person doesn't know. So, because we're in the customer page where most people here have already made that decision and they decided to join us. And here's the next step of, you love it.
Yes.
You should tell people why you love it. You should tell people that you have the best energy you've had since, well, you're 30. You know, you were early 30s.
Right.
You know, mine was, you know, I was 50 and feeling better in my 40s and probably in my 30s. So, you know, everybody wants that. They want to feel better. They need gut health. They need energy. You know, and I love that we have something for everybody. So, anything else that you would maybe recommend, a tip, or, you know, just anything else that you could encourage people with, maybe?
I'd say that if you're doubting, if you're ever doubting, like, should I do this? Is this something that's good for me? I mean, I'm big on prayer. I'm big on prayer and listening to God and what he says to me. And I mean, when you're running into friends like Debbie, and when you're running into people like that, and you look at them and they're saying, I want to help you, listen to what they have to say, give them a chance. I feel like I blew Debbie off. I didn't give her a chance. And I mean, you have to think, my life, like for me, whenever I was feeling the way I was feeling, I never really felt that way before. I never really felt super sad. I'm super thankful for God and what he's done in my life. And whenever I started losing, I don't know, like faith, I guess, I started telling myself, this is not where I want to be. And so I thought, man, I wish I'd listened to Debbie. I wish I would have heard her out, because I needed something like this. It's brought structure to my life. It will change. It will help you, you know, with your mood. It will help you with not just on how you look on the inside. It's so much more than that. I can't stop saying that. That is just huge to me. Like, it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
So hear people, listen to what they have to say, because what they may change your life. You have to listen to what people are going to say.
Absolutely. You know, we can tell you all day long it's life changing, but if you don't try just one time, you know,
Right.
just to see if it's going to be life-changing for you.
Right.
You know, you got to experience it for yourself, right, Megan?
You do. I did. That's what I did, because I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And then I said, you know what? I want to try. I really do think I need to try something, because what I'm doing isn't working. And that's what I've heard too. Everybody that I've talked to, when I talked to Sherry, when I talked to a few people that I've talked to, a couple of people that I've talked to over the past few days, has said that what I'm doing is not working.
Right.
And I said, that was my story too. It's not working. I need to do something else. I'm not desperate, but I'm willing to step into this and see, let me try this.
Right.
It was, so it wasn't out of desperation. I'm going to tell you that. It was, I did think about it, but I did think, let me try this, because I haven't done it, and this ain't working for me, so let me try this.
Right. That's right. It's just different. I mean, we tell people it's just different. Without this community, I don't know if I would have been as successful. I love seeing the other stories. They kept me motivated. They kept me going. Like you said, watching other people's stories was amazing. But, you know, and to have your own results, and it's so much more than just the number on the scale. I mean, you've lost 25 pounds, and that's amazing, but your clothes fit better, your mood is better, your energy's better, and those things, you just can't buy those kinds of things, you know? So I'm so proud that you have tried this, and that you're telling everybody else they need to try it, and, you know, screaming it from the mountaintops.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
proud of you. You're doing so great. Thank you so much for sharing with us today about how to be a busy kindergarten teacher and a almost 40-year-old mom with a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old, and make it work in your busy life.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Everybody on Team Tiny Pants, y'all have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.